What's up, guys? How's it going? It is another day of Whiteout Survival, but today I thought I would just kind of go over some tips that I got for Frostfire Mine. Mainly, okay, whenever you're wanting to do Frostfire Mine, right, the main thing you need to know is that you basically need to go after the creatures that spawn. Now, the buildings, you're going to start off with level 1 veins, right? And then you're going to progress to the level 3 veins pretty quickly. So when you're starting out and you're a small fry and free to play, you can play on the outside edges and get your level 1s and 2s. But once you're capable, or you're a spender, you're going to go to level 3 veins and just go to the center of the map. And you're going to hog those as much as you possibly can. The only people that can kick you off those are the people that are bigger than you. Other than that, you're just going to basically hog as many veins as you possibly can. Eventually, outbursts will show up. You're going to drop what you're doing, and you're going to get those outbursts. Now, the thing is it's kind of a game of, all right, you need to hit the guards that spawn around you. And you're also going to need to basically, as you occupy these veins, right, you're also going to need to gather the initial pockets of archilum, as they call it, aurichalum. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. The main point is that you're going to grab that aurichalum, and then you're going to basically gather the rest of that tile, right? And that's basically Frostfire Mine in a nutshell, because once the smelter comes out, then it's whoever spent the most, and the guy who owns the center wins the game. And that's pretty much that, right? But as far as like the rewards and such, I mean, you can expect to get the 150k, I think, relatively easy. And getting to the top 5 is not an easy task by any means, but I've managed to do it almost every time because, well, reasons. But, of course, we got Flame and Fangs going on. So, obviously, if you aren't doing your intel missions, make sure to do that. Pick up all of your Fire Crystal. You're going to want to do that. For Crazy Joe, again, I don't know. I've had some people ask me about this. If you guys want me to make a guide over Crazy Joe, let me know, and I'll make a guide for it. There's obviously a set of rules that you want to follow for Crazy Joe, and it all has to do with at the point at which certain events drop. You obviously have to defend your HQ at certain points. And I know that if you're wondering more about this, right, you can go to the Whiteout Survival Discord, and they've got a guide on this, and it is near flawless in terms of how to understand it. Okay, but I throw that out there to you because if anybody wants me to cover that in any amount of detail on my own, I'm more than happy to. Beyond that, though, State of Power has been going on. Again, I'm not ranking super high. Some people have been wondering, like, how have you been doing? What have you been up to? And right now, I'm just kind of coasting my way through it. Now, as far as like my heroes go, I mean, I'm basically not completely done with Mia, but I'm getting very close. I'm almost done with Mia. And I haven't been shelling like a crazy amount like I have been, and that's partly because I'm looking at the game a little bit more like, okay, I need to think in terms of what's coming up, which is Gen 4 and Gen 5. And then also kind of setting back on what actually matters. And you might be wondering, what is it? Well, I'm looking at hoarding my essence stones. So every, like Adventure Caravan we just had, the Frosty Fortune that we're having, I'm dumping everything I have into those essence stones. And I'm turning around and basically not even bothering with the skins. I am going straight for essence stones right now. And I honestly think that's probably the best strategy in this game, is really just pick that one thing you know you need to have and then just dump everything into it, because you're going to get there that much faster. And again, it's all about a matter of progress and just progressively building up in the game. But as far as State of Power, obviously with Lucky Wheel, you need to have around 150 to 200,000 gems, and you just want to drop as much as you can into this. It's an easy way to get medals, especially in this case for Mia. Unfortunately, I don't have any more gems, so I'm just going to have to leave it the way it is. Otherwise, you could just spend your way through this. Some people do this, and they spend like $50 for 100. I personally wouldn't really recommend doing it that way, because personally, I feel like you wouldn't really benefit from that anyway as much. I mean, yeah, you're going to get the Mia shards. I'm not saying you won't get some return on investment, but it's like, compared to where you could have been spending that on something else, I would have rather spent it on anything but an individual hero. And that's my only grief with the Lucky Wheels, that You know, a lot of people do it because it's, you know, a way to get the hero. But if you ask me, using gems for that one purpose is actually the best use of gems, I think, outside of probably dumping it into VIP, which is the second most heinous thing that takes forever. And don't mind the wind. I know the wind's probably, yeah, you may not hear it, but and by the way, just so you know, I am almost done. After the several weeks, I have almost gotten all my troops back. So you might have noticed I'm around 168 mil now. But again, it has taken literal weeks to get back from after Marwan had hit the shed. I mean, it has literally taken weeks to get back to where I am. So, for context, yes, you too can recover in a game like Whiteout Survival. It's just incredibly punishing when you do get hit that hard. And it's not an easy thing to get back to. But needless to say, though, guys, that's what I recommend, and that's what I suggest you do for these events going on right now. And hopefully there was some help to you, and I'll see you guys next time.